Here, this is the front view. This is it from the side with the front here and the back here. And then over here is the microscopic view with the front over here and the back over here. Can you guys see it? Do you see the chart? Because you can like crash it. Okay, there's your fine. Another word for pituitary gland is hypophysis, which you can see written over there. The infundibulum is the tube right here. It connects the hypothalamus up here to the pituitary. There it is there. There are two things in the infundibulum that you can't see. They would be asked as questions. One is the hypophyseal portal system. That's a network of capillaries that runs through the infundibulum. The second thing is the hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. That mouthful is a group of axons, so axon tracts in the infundibulum. So if I want the hypophyseal portal system, I'll say what are the capillaries in the infundibulum. If I want the hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract, I'll say what are the axons in the infundibulum. Now another word for anterior pituitary is the adenohypophysis. So you can see here, or here, or here is the orange section. The back part of the anterior pituitary is called the intermediate lobe, and you can only see it on this microscopic view. It's this purple area. And then the neurohypophysis is the posterior lobe of the pituitary, and you can see all the little neurons in there. There it is there, right there. Pineal gland, right there on the back of the thalamus is number 4. You might remember it from AP1. The thymus is right over your sternum, these orange or yellow blobs, number 48. Adrenal glands sit on top of your kidneys, they're right there. What we're really going to be looking at is here. This is a section of the adrenal gland. This is the inside part, which is called the medulla, so the adrenal medulla. The cells inside of the adrenal medulla are called chromatin cells. I might ask that as a question, is what are the cells in the adrenal medulla? From here down is the outer part of the adrenal glands, and it's called the adrenal cortex. So we'll go all the way around, and there are 3 zones working from the outside in. There's the zona glomerulosa, which is this really thin layer, and then we're in the zona fasciculata, and unfortunately they're the same color, but the cells of the zona glomerulosa are more tightly packed, and they're just like 3 or 4 layers, just really close to the outside right here. And then up here is the zona fasciculata, and then the zona reticularis is a different color. The pancreas right here, and here it is microscopically. There are the acini in the pancreas, which are all these purple cells. They look like little raspberries, and the word acini actually means like a berry, like a raspberry cell. That's what they look like. The pancreatic islet, or the islet of Langerhans, or the island of Langerhans, or the pancreatic island, however you want to call it, is the big purple circle. Or big peach circle, sorry, not purple. Cross out alpha and beta cells. Those are cells that are in the pancreatic islands, but there's actually 4 cell types. We'll worry about those for lecture. You'll learn about them in lecture. Thyroid gland is in your neck, right around your Adam's apple. There's a right lobe, and then there's a left lobe, and at the bottom is a bridge, basically, that connects it called the isthmus. Here's the thyroid microscopically. There are these circles, these big purple circles, which are called the follicles. And each little cell that makes up the follicle is called a follicular cell. If I point to it and you say follicle, or if you say follicular cell, it really means the same thing. The colloid would be a fluid that's inside of the follicle. And then C cells are these cells, these darker cells that are outside of the follicle. The parathyroid glands. These are 4 little tiny glands that are on the back of the thyroid. So if you look here, this is the back view of the thyroid. There's 4 little brown dots. You probably can't see it unless you either zoom really close in, or if you just kind of come up and look at it. They're number 119 and number 111, really tiny little brown dots. Those are the parathyroid glands. The chief cells I would ask as a question, what are the cells in the parathyroid gland? For the testes, we're looking at this picture down here. These circles, we're not worried about what's in those circles. We're worried about the cells that are outside of the circles, which are the interstitial cells. And that's all of these Now for the ovaries, I don't use the chart for the ovaries, I use the model. So I'm going to send you guys back. I'm going to come around table by table and show you the ovary model. There's only 4 terms. That'll